This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so today we are starting the first session, and we'll discuss whatever we did the other day, and from there we'll take things forward. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have some introduction on Python. So here, how I do classes. So you have to sit with book and pen, okay, and you have to write theory part. I will give no dictate here, so you have to write, and I will write the programs also here over the time. You have to write and practice. Any doubt? You have to come with your doubts all the time. Okay. So I hope that you are sitting with book and pen. So introduction. See, what is Python? See, Python is a programming language. Python is a programming language. It is interpreter based programming language. Interpreter based programming language. So we have two types of programming languages, compiler based and interpreter based. Most of the languages are compiler based like C, C++, Java, C Sharp, VB.NET. Many languages are there. And when it comes to interpreter based languages, we have few like JavaScript is one interpreter based, and Python is again interpreter based programming language. And Python is loosely or dynamically typed language. Loosely or dynamically typed means what? When you are declaring variables, no need to specify the data type. Say that straight away we will give the identifier and assign values to that. Okay. Internally, it will interpret what that particular data type is, but no need to specify any data type while declaring a variable. So in one way, this will no help you like where code will no look very easy like so what we call that as easy syntaxes, right? So no need to specify the data type while declaring a variable, and internally it will interpret what that particular type is based on the value that we assign to the variable. Okay. And Python is open source. Anybody can download and use this for free. And one more thing is it is platform independent. So you can run this on Windows, Mac, Linux, PlayStation, Pocket PC, you know, all this we can run your Python application. So it is platform independent. And one more thing is it is case sensitive. So the same word, if you write in the other case also, it is not accepted. So it is case sensitive. And why Python is so popular now? So reason is using Python, you can develop different types of applications. That is one. And one more thing, say that if you do not have idea on any language, that's not a problem. But say that if you have idea, then you can compare. See now, some programming languages are there where we will define everything in terms of functions, and some other programming languages are there we will discuss everything in terms of objects, classes. So in some languages you will find a style of functional oriented or procedural oriented, or even we can say structural oriented, and some other languages which are object oriented. So here Python supports multiple programming paradigm. Multiple programming paradigm means what? So what the style of programming you'll see in different languages. You'll find those here in Python, where this is functional or procedural or structural oriented, and also object oriented. So what are styles that you'll find in different languages? You'll see everything here in Python. So that is what I mean to say multiple programming paradigm, where we can write different styles of programming here. Somebody is asking any doubt? No. Okay. Say multiple programming paradigm. See here we can develop different types of applications. Now for that purpose we have many libraries and frameworks which will help in developing applications you know very easily. So using you know Python, we can develop different types of applications. You can develop different types of applications like web-based, window-based, that is GUI applications, graphical user interface. Okay, so next image processing and graphical design, graphical design. Now like text processing, documentation generation, documentation generation, computational and scientific applications, prototyping. So you can develop a programming language using Python, and we can do any operating system related tasks. You can, and like unit testing. So you can use Python for testing. So unit testing, and like we have one thing called regular expressions, and database intense applications, where we can connect to different types of databases, RDBMSs as well as NoSQL databases, you know. So and many more things that we can do using Python. So for all this, now we have great support, where we have built-in libraries and frameworks, and simply take reference and write less functionality compared to other technologies. Okay. So here, as I said, Python supports functional or procedural oriented and object oriented. So procedural oriented means what? Where program is built around procedures or functions. And in object oriented, where the program is built around objects. Okay. Okay. So what happens here when we write a program? As I said that this is interpreter based language. So Python internally converts code into intermediate form called bytecode, and then translate this code to native language. Okay, so that is what is this one. So why should we learn Python? Why should we learn Python. What are the advantages that this language has over other languages? Okay, so first one. See, one thing that people look for is like whether they have to spend any money on this one. So they have to take license and all. And see, any particular operating system or platform, only it will work. So certainly not. So this is open source and platform independent. Open source and platform independent. Next one is, as we discussed above, multiple programming paradigm. So say that already you know any specific, any particular programming language. Now very easily you can get used to this, where you can take you from the language that you know in writing code here. Okay, so that is one more, multiple programming paradigm. One more is, so like easy syntaxes where like easily readable and maintainable code you will find here in Python. So in what way this will make difference? Say that when you are sitting on a project, say you may sit on a project which starts from scratch, or you will join in a project which is half done, or sometimes a maintenance project or product. See, now for all these things, when you go through the code, when you read the code, so everything should be very clear. Okay, like the syntaxes they followed and the different concepts they have used to achieve that given task. You know, so very easily you can know, read and understand. Reason is easy syntaxes. So that is one more advantage that you'll find here. One more thing is, say now we can develop different types of applications. For that, Python provides you robust standard library. Python provides robust standard library. So and also no robust standard library, and also provides many frameworks to develop different types of applications. Okay, and one more thing is, simplify complex software development. Simplify complex software development. Now very easily we can implement many things with less code compared to other languages and all. Okay, so and as I said, many robust standard libraries are there, and many frameworks to develop web-based applications, GUI applications, many frameworks. Or else say you want, you can write this as a separate point here, where for say web-based and window-based, we have many frameworks, like say for web applications we have Django, Flask, pyramid, Kotlin, and CherryPy, and many more are there. Okay, many more also are there. And for GUI applications also we have many frameworks here. GUI applications also we have many frameworks, like say Tkinter, PyQt, PyQt, PyJS, TV, PyGUI, many frameworks that you'll find here. PyGTK, many other frameworks are also there for web applications as well as. So this all really will help, in developing applications very easily and also with less code. Okay, so this will save your time as well as the code that we write, few lines of code compared to other languages. Okay, so this is what is this one. Okay, so this is some basic introduction about Python. As no, like said, we can develop different types of applications and other advantages. Just now we have discussed here. So when it comes to installation and all, what are various softwares that we have to install here? So now here installation. What are various softwares that you have to see now? You download Python latest version. Python latest version, that is 3.12.2. So this you have to download and install. So and here like when you install this when you download this install. So and click on the installer. In the first step, you'll find one checkbox saying add to path. Add to path checkbox will be there. So that now you have to click check that checkbox so that to the environment variables your Python path will be no like added. Python path will be added. And once you install this Python, once you install, here you will get two tools. One is interactive interpreter. You'll find interactive interpreter from where you can write programs, but and also we'll do some admin tasks also from here. But we cannot save the programs that we write here. So we have one more tool that comes with this one. So that is idle. So idle is a simple tool where you can write programs and save to some folder. Okay, but it is very simple tool which we will use for one or two programs, but not for more. And then you can install Thorny. Thorny is also an editor, and apart from Thorny, we can download and install many things like Atom, Vim, Vim, Visual Studio Code. So this is Microsoft tool which you can use for free. Visual Studio Code. So this you can use. Spider you can use. Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook. See here, no, completely will find, terminology different. Okay. So to install this Jupyter Notebook, to get this one, we have to download and install and configure one software called Anaconda. Okay. So this is one. But here mostly we'll use is PyCharm. PyCharm, which is used even in real time also in most of the companies. So you can use this PyCharm. So PyCharm community version, which you'll get for free, and professional version is also there, which you'll get for like 1 month free. You'll get that one. Okay. So these are the softwares that you can So here we will of course anyhow you will install Python. So idle, and apart from that built in we will get SQLite 3 database also we will get along with your Python installation. And apart from that, you can install Thony, you can install Anaconda, and you can install finally PyCharm. So mostly we'll use Python. After 1 or 2 days for some basic programming, we will use idle first and then Thorny. And Visual Studio Code is a great thing that happened. Any program, any technology you can run. Even you can connect to databases also through this Visual Studio Code. So you can install this Visual Studio Code also. Okay. So this is what now we are supposed to download. So I suggest you, of course, we have to install Python. Latest version is this, and then install Thony, and then both Visual Studio Code and PyCharm or PyCharm. And Jupyter Notebook at some point we will see for few programs. Reason is some companies uses this, Jupyter Notebook in real time. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is installation and configurations that we need to develop our Python programs. So just go through and note this one and install in your system. Any doubt, come with your doubt. You can ask tomorrow once you try this one. Okay, try this. Okay, so slowly we'll go into basics. Of course, so basics we'll discuss. For 4 or so days. Reason is many things. No, in any programming language, we should know what are the keywords or reserved words, operators, what is a variable, what is a data type, type conversion, you know, and programming on all these things, these operators and all, and then move to other basic programming like conditions, if else, while, for, you know all these things. So these all will take almost this week to discuss before going to the other part. So slowly, so for today I will give some introduction about the subject and object. See here, everything that we declare in Python is an object. Whatever we declare in Python program, a variable, a function, a class, whatever we declare here, everything is considered as an object. So, like whatever, as I said, variables you declare, functions you declare, everything will be considered as, this object. Everything is object oriented. Everything is object oriented. And one more thing is here, now in other programming languages, like C, C++, Java, C Sharp and all. So we use curly braces to represent a block of code. Represent a block of code. But in case of Python, we will see indentation. Indentation to represent a block of code. So what is this indentation? Four spaces from left. So we can have, of course, more than one block in the same block, and every time you will get four spaces from left from where you are. Okay, so this is one more thing here. So this is the one, and even before going to this object, see databases. As I said, I will give a few concepts on. Now here. SQLite 3 you will get with Python installation, and this is RDBMS, RDBMS means what? Relational Database Management System. And apart from this, we will do bit on MySQL. I will give you the steps also to install this one, or else you can download and install. And MongoDB. So why MongoDB is required? See, MySQL is again RDBMS only. So now here for SQLite, when we are using this Python, we will not get any work area. So for that purpose, we will use MySQL, where like you'll find work area and where you can create various resources like tables, views, stored procedures, joins. Okay, so many things. All RDBMSs, when we use, you'll find similar way of the resources that we create. When it comes to MongoDB, this is a document-based database. So here, the way we create resources and the terminology that we use is completely different from RDBMS. So nowadays, if you see that even all MNCs are also using MongoDB, depending on the application that they develop. So that is the reason why, as a developer, you should know at least one RDBMS and one NoSQL database. So that is the reason why we will do this. Of course, apart from this, we have many RDBMSs like SQL Server, Oracle, PostgreSQL. So like this, we have RDBMSs and NoSQL databases are also there. NoSQL. See, MongoDB is one, and we have Amazon DynamoDB is there. Amazon DynamoDB, and a few more are also there. So you better learn one RDBMS at least and one NoSQL. Of course, MongoDB is enough, and this is only used widely. Okay, so this is the one. So you need to install once we move to database connectivity programming. You'll be installing this MySQL and MongoDB. Yeah. So this is the one. And now, in any programming language, what you will see is keywords. Keywords are reserved words. Keywords are reserved words. So what do you mean by this keyword or reserved word? Once you use this word in the code, no need again to explain to the interpreter what that particular word is. So it will understand. And say that you are writing your own code where you are using, like the syntax is followed and supported in Python. So you have to explain to the interpreter why you are declaring that and what you are going to do with that. So we have nearly 35 keywords are there. Why should we know another point? Why should we know these keywords are reserved words? So when you are declaring a variable, declaring a function, declaring a class, we'll make it sure that we are not using keyword to declare those names for variable, for function, for class. Usually we'll avoid giving this like keywords: asset, await, async, break, continue, class, def, del, del, else, if, except, finally, or from global, if is import import in lambda not non-local, not or pass. See, some of these keywords now has significance. So we will discuss them all the time as and when we come across that one. Okay, pass, raise, return, try, true, false. In other programming languages, true and false, T and F starts with lowercase, but here in case of Python, so they start with uppercase. Okay, so this is case sensitive as I said. Okay, so try, true, false, while, with, yield, yield, and also we have no none. None is there. None. Okay, so yeah, so these are all the keywords. So again, keyword or reserved word means what? So every programming language will have now of course most of the programming languages will have some keywords which are common. Okay, like continue, break, try, if, else, while, for. So these are all common, and apart from that individual languages will have their own keywords. Once you have a keyword, as I said, we'll make it sure that we will not use it for variable declaration or function declaration or class declaration. Okay, and even uh, like methods. Okay, so avoid declaring a variable, a function or a method, class name with a keyword. Okay, and apart from that, same you have many keywords here. If you see that over the time, we will use some of these are operators also. Okay, so here mainly we'll use break, continue, pass is there. For error handling we have, and no many more things. And so these are the keywords. Next, you should know data type supported in any programming language. So though Python is loosely or dynamically typed language, it internally interprets based on the value that we assign to the variable to which type it belongs. Why? Reason is, if required, we will do one thing called type conversion. So in every programming language, we'll have data types, variables, data types, and type conversion. So what is type conversion? We will see that discussing. And here, data types we should know. So what are the data types supported here? So numbers. In numbers, we have integers, float, and complex numbers. Again, we'll see what is a complex number. Integer, float, complex numbers. And when it comes to, the other type, we have Boolean. Boolean type is there. Dictionary, sets, and sequential types. Sequential. So what are the sequential types? String, list, and tuple. So these are the data types that we have here. Okay. So this is one. So we'll be doing programming on this. Probably from tomorrow we will do some simple programs before going to the other part. So data types we have numbers, Boolean, dictionary, sets, and sequential. And in sequential again we have string, list, and tuple. Okay. So this is the one that we have. So, and in this again, we should know about this complex number. We will see that. So simply only declarations that some basic stuff I am giving here. And then variable. What is a variable? And why we need to declare a variable in a program? This is to assign and store data. Assign and store data depending on the requirement. So for this we'll declare variable. Okay. Next, type conversion. Type conversion. See, as I said, in every programming language, right from C, you have this type conversion. What is this type conversion? Say that already you have declared a data type. You have declared a variable where you assign some value. So internally that will interpret that as belongs to that type. Say that you want to use the same value for a different data type variable. What we'll do then? We will not, again declare and assign value. Already the existing value with some other variable, if it, fits in. So that value we will use to the new variable that we declare of a different data type. So that is what type conversion. So how we define type conversion? Assigning value of one data type to another data type. Assigning value of one data type to another data type variable, so that now the value will be treated as belongs to that new type. Okay. So that is what is this one. So now here we have different functions for type conversion, like int, float. So these are all the functions which we can use for type conversion. You will come to know that what is type conversion once I do a simple example on this one. Okay. So string, bool, list, you know. So these are all used for type conversion. Say that we have a different value, that is a value you are using. So when you want to convert it to this, we have to use this functions to convert that value. Okay. Okay, so fine. So type conversion. So when it comes to variable declaration, when it comes to variable declaration, now we can define data type now in different ways, and how you can declare and how you cannot declare also we will see. Say that you want to assign value. So as I said, no need to specify the data type. So here, you know, you can assign say value to three variables. So individual variables you can assign, or say that more than one variable that you are using, you can assign values like this one. Okay. Say I comma j underscore equal to say. So this is also possible variable declaration. Okay. say I comma j, where you want to give. So this is not possible. This is not possible. And one more thing is, say I comma j comma k equal to, say, some 5 10. So this is also not possible. This is also not possible. Say I, you want to use same same value to different variables like this one. So this is possible. Okay. So variable declaration, say for more than one variable you want SN value, comma separated, you can declare variables and SN values. This is also possible, but this way it is not possible. This way also it is not possible. We declared three variables but assigned only two values, so this is not possible. And here, you know, we are declaring three variables, I equal to j equal to k equal to 15. So again, this is possible. Okay. So these are the different ways how we can declare. Okay. So with this, I want to stop here for today. And tomorrow we will see what are the operators available here. Once we are done with that list of operators, then we'll start doing some programs, and whatever we discussed here, like complex numbers and all, type conversion, variable declaration, assigning values, operators, how to use operators. So these are all the programming we will do over the time. So hope that everything whatever we discussed is clear. And any doubts to ask here? Any of you have any doubts to ask? No. Okay, then with this, we'll stop here for today and continue tomorrow. Okay. Bye.